order to attain the impossible, one must attempt the absurd. Amid the turmoil and tumult of battle, there may be seeming disorder, and yet no real disorder at all. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. Concern for man and his fate must always form the chief interest of all technical endeavors. Never forget this in the midst of your diagrams and equations. Attack where he is unprepared. Sally forth when he does not expect you. In my heart's most secret place, I pity them as angels do. Better the comfort of a lie than the absurdity of the truth. So many people love you. Don't focus on the people who don't. Never say anything about yourself you don't want to come true. Maybe other people will try to limit me, but I don't limit myself. You like me not because I like you. I like you just because I like me. The essence of technology is by no means anything technological. Positive expectations are the mark of the superior personality. A trusting heart will follow only those who truly follow their heart. Once friends as batchmates, but now different batches divide us. Perhaps home is not a place, but simply an irrevocable condition. The truths that matter most to us come always half-spoken. People throw stones at you, and you convert them into milestones. Keep their friends close, and their enemies closer. You will always find an answer in the sound of water. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. If you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. Success, for most people, requires unlearning as much as learning. Most of what matters in our lives takes place in our absence. A wise general makes a point of foraging of the enemy. Because people don't have wings, we look for ways to fly. Decide what you want to be, pay the price, and be what you want to be. I live in my own little world, but it's okay, they know me here. Keep a little fire burning, however small, however hidden. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. If you believe very strongly in something, stand up and fight for it. Celebrate true friends. They are a part of you that always sparkles. Life is not about living the safer option. Life is about living a life worth living. Just because it's taking time doesn't mean it's not happening. A petty thief is put in jail. A great brigand becomes a ruler of a nation. The eye sees only what the mind is prepared to comprehend. Sometimes one pays most for the things one gets for nothing. Serious thinkers are few, and the world is ruled by crude ideas. If freedom is short of weapons, we must compensate with willpower. The only time you fail is when you fall down and stay down. You can't blame gravity for falling in love. There's no greater show on earth than observing human nature. Insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. If you want to lead them, you must place yourself behind them. If the path before you is clear, you're probably on someone else's. I speak gibberish to the civilized world, and it replies in kind. Even though the ship may go down, the journey goes on. It shocks me how I wish for what is lost and cannot come back. Nature's pleased with simplicity, and nature is no dummy. If you have the guts to be yourself, other people will pay your price. All men can see these tactics whereby I conquer, but what none can see is the strategy out of which victory is evolved. But every difference of opinion is not a difference of principle. You're only young once, but you can be immature forever. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Create your own miracles. Do what you think you cannot do. If at first you don't succeed, destroy all evidence that you tried. Your time is way too valuable to be wasting on people that can't accept who you are. Never give up. Things that you keep dreaming about will happen one day. The older I grow, the more I distrust the familiar doctrine that age brings wisdom. I always felt like you had to be important to have enemies. Plan for what it is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small. Truth is a straight line you sometimes need to curve. You should know that by now. Your sacred space is where you can find yourself over and over again. So the important thing in a military operation is victory, not persistence. Life is short. Live it. Love is rare. Grab it. Anger is bad. Dump it. Fear is awful. Face it. Memories are sweet. Cherish them. Not all things that fall down break. Some develop wings. Only courageous hearts can endure the bitterness of truth. Life is a comedy to those who think, a tragedy to those who feel. Your own positive future begins in this moment. All you have is right now. Every goal is possible from here. Ability will never catch up with the demand for it. Don't set your goals by what other people deem important. If you are far from the enemy, make him believe you are near. If quick, I survive. If not quick, I am lost. This is death. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. If you fuel your journey on the opinions of others, you are going to run out of gas. There's no point having wishes if you don't at least try to do them. When you are identified with the One, all things will be complete to you. I admire those who do good and expect nothing in return. Every ounce of my cynicism is supported by historical precedent. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. Follow your heart, then root its longing with the facts. When you know what you want, and you want it bad enough, you'll find a way to get it. Doubting your judgments is the beginning of enlightenment. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. What is of supreme importance in war is to attack the enemy's strategy. Accepting oneself does not preclude an attempt to become better. Great understanding is broad and unhurried. Little understanding is cramped and busy. Notice the difference between being in control and needing control. I'd rather be an optimist and a fool than a pessimist, and right. Once you stop learning, you start dying. People wealth consists upon their freedom, individual resources, and good social life. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. If you want to see a rainbow, you have to learn to see the rain. Growing up is losing some illusions in order to acquire others. Honest is how I want to look. The truth doesn't glitter and shine. The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. Everything's a risk. Not doing anything is a risk. It's up to you. To realize the truth, you have to cross the boundaries of all religions and prophets. Always stand up for truth, regardless of who steps on it.